Hello, and welcome to the latest edition of TeachKind's video series. Today's topic is Share the World, Building Character Through Compassion for Animals. In this video, we'll introduce you to TeachKind's empathy building program called Share the World that we provide to educators for free. We'll highlight one of the lessons included in the kit and show how it connects to academic standards. TeachKind is the Humane Education Division at People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. We work with teachers in schools around the country to help them integrate compassion for animals into their curriculum. And we do this by conducting teacher workshops, doing outreach at educational conferences, providing free lessons and resources, and working with teachers directly in their classrooms. All materials and services are provided at no cost to educators or schools. Let's start by doing the opening activity from the Share the World program called Test Your Animal Knowledge. On a piece of paper, write out numbers 1 through 10. Then take 1 minute to complete this quiz. Read each statement and decide whether it's true or false, then write T or F next to each number. And please pause the video if you need a bit more time. Many teachers have fun with this activity because they wind up learning something new alongside their students. For example, did you know that rats giggle when they're tickled? Well, that's true. And by the way, all the answers are true. You can have students check their answers by watching the first segment of the Share the World video that's included with the kit. All the answers are discussed in the video. Next, I'm going to ask you to move a little. Shake your hands in the air and then clasp them together. Now shake your hands in the air and clasp them together again, but with the opposite thumb on top. How did it feel the second time? A little strange, a little different. That's how it might feel when you hear new ideas and perspectives. I'd like to ask you to keep an open mind today. New perspectives encourage growth. And just as we teach our students to continuously improve, grow, learn, and change, well, it's good for us educators to do that too. Working with different people exposes us to different ideas and perspectives that can help accomplish our goal of educating children academically, as well as helping them develop socially and emotionally. The Share the World program focuses on the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And it helps us expand our circle of compassion to include all animals. Inside the kit, you'll find a video and thought-provoking reading and writing activities that address Common Core learning standards. The whole video is 23 minutes long, but here's a short trailer to give you an idea of how inspiring it is and a glimpse of the amazing animal footage.
In this video, we're going to show you how to follow the golden rule with animals. We're also going to share some fascinating things about animals that you might not know.
Share the World goes beyond just teaching what animals eat or what their natural habitat is like. It's full of great activities to supplement science units on animals or social studies units on citizenship, and the lessons can help engage children in writing across the curriculum. The activities get children thinking about the ways animals are treated and ask them to consider how they would feel in an animal's place. There are different versions of Share the World for grades K to 2 and 3 to 5, with teachers' guides included for both versions. The lessons identify which Common Core learning standards are addressed and can meet academic standards for states that have not adopted Common Core standards as well. Share the World reading and writing activities are broken up into 3 sections, with the Golden Rule as a theme throughout. The activities in the Animals Are Like Us section focus on the similarities between humans and animals and on responding to different situations in which children might encounter animals. There are many children who don't have good role models at home to show them how to regulate their emotions or interact with others. And since children are naturally attuned to animals, using these activities helps tap into and expand their capacity for empathy. The Animals Are Amazing section contains activities that inspire respect and reverence for the other living, feeling beings with whom we share this planet by providing compelling facts about animals, such as how cows form a protective circle around their calves when danger or rough weather threatens them. The activities in the How You Can Save Animals section help students consider the needs and the feelings of the animal companions they share their homes with, and how society's attitude towards animals has changed over time. There are multiple places to pause for discussion during the video. Questions are displayed on the screen after each segment, and the video content scaffolds student learning by having children think about the ways animals are treated in a variety of situations and encouraging them to consider how they would feel in an animal's place. So by the time the question, "How would you feel if you were being bullied?" is posed, students have exercised their empathy muscle multiple times and are primed to answer. The teacher's guides include answer guides and information about how to use the activities. And you can read testimonials from teachers who've used Share the World at sharetheworld.org. Additionally, we've partnered with Discovery Education, which now offers Share the World as part of the streaming service that it offers to schools called Discovery Education Experience. Let's take a look at one of the lessons from the Share the World program to give you an idea of what it can look like in the classroom. If you have a Share the World kit in front of you, take out either the K to 2 or 3 to 5 version, whichever one is more relevant to you. The Golden Rule and You lesson starts on page 2 of both versions. The activity has been modified for each grade band, but the core of the lesson is the same. The Golden Rule and You lesson helps us see how we can make choices to ensure that we treat animals with compassion and respect at all times. It helps us realize that the golden rule that we try to follow in our relationships with other humans should also apply to our relationships with other animals. In this lesson, students are presented with different scenarios in which they might encounter animals, and they discuss the answers to thought-provoking questions for each scenario. The questions you see displayed on the screen are included as part of the lesson materials in your kit. One scenario is, you see many people hurry past a bird with a broken wing who has fallen onto a busy sidewalk. The discussion questions are, is the animal being treated the way you would want to be treated, according to the Golden Rule? Do you need to change the situation to make it follow the Golden Rule? And if so, how? And does this situation remind you of any experience from your own life? The students will have to put themselves in another living being's place in order to respond. This helps them consider other perspectives, which is necessary for fostering empathy in children. This lesson is also a great opportunity to discuss how to be an upstander and not just a bystander when someone needs help. Learning how to handle these types of situations is empowering for children. Now let's open up the teacher's guide and see how it can help guide us through this discussion. How does this situation fail to live up to the Golden Rule? Well, no one has stopped to help the injured bird, and that's not the way you would want to be treated if you were hurt. You may hear children describe a similar experience they've had and how they felt it was wrong but didn't know what to do. So, what can you do? Well, protect the bird from further injury, ask an adult to take the bird to a vet for treatment, or call the local humane society for help. The last discussion question about whether the situation reminds them of an experience from their own life will very likely spark significant memories and help students make connections to experiences from their own lives. So it's a great springboard for personal narrative writing. There's a writing prompt included that asks students to describe a time when they knew someone wasn't following the golden rule with an animal. They're prompted to write about what happened, what they did, and what they would do next time or tell others to do. Included in the kit are graphic organizers for the K-2 version and a writing sheet for the grades 3 to 5 version. This lesson helps meet the Common Core Learning Standard for narrative writing and the speaking and listening standards. Now keep in mind that most children have had or witnessed an experience with an animal in which help was needed. So discussing real-world situations with animals in their own community is a great way to help children make connections to social studies units about community. We know that compassionate behavior must be consistently reinforced in children, and discussing ways to interact with others in different situations helps give students the opportunity to figure things out for themselves and envision how they should act. Then, when they're faced with these types of situations in real life, they can call upon their own knowledge to determine the best compassionate action to take. Share the World lessons give examples of many types of scenarios to help kids exercise their empathy muscles in this way. We know that kids love animals, and we can use that natural tendency to motivate them academically as well as to help them develop empathy. Now that you've learned about the Share the World program and how it can help develop empathy in children while simultaneously meeting academic objectives, you're probably excited to start using it. Visit sharetheworld.org to download all the kit materials or to order your free kit. And watch the rest of TeachKind's video series to learn more about our additional free resources that can guide you in incorporating compassion for animals throughout your whole curriculum. And please feel free to contact us directly at info@teachkind.org with any questions. We're here to support compassionate educators like you.